What's up, guys? Vince Roddy here, and welcome back to more One Piece reviews, where I talk about anything One Piece involving sagas and also the arcs, because this is basically a One Piece arc review. And I'm not sure if this is an arc at all. This is just an intro of the time skip that pretty much is like 2 years later after the whole post-war thing, and also them healing up and getting stronger and stuff. And yep, they definitely got stronger. They definitely are developing, and they also look more attractive, I guess, in terms of like how listen, they all got hotter. Pretty much Luffy's Luffy. Frankie had steroids, and I believe that Brook is Brook, like all skull and bones. But he has gotten hotter for some people, that's for sure. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, he's a freaking famous pop star, that's for sure. And yeah, especially from seeing Chopper gotten cuter. Like I love Chopper, okay. And also we got to see some goatees, both from Sanji and of course Usopp, and especially how Usopp got him buff. Man, seeing the rest of the crew, seeing this picture, basically all of them together, seeing how they all came together from those 2 years is very, just sorry, there's music in the background. Okay, I forgot to turn off. Like, it is what it is. But like, it just feels fulfilling. It feels like something that is definitely needed, knowing that we haven't seen these guys for so long. I mean, knowing for a fact when it comes to anything that is like, because let me tell you about One Piece itself. When it comes down to the energy and how much you have to hold in, I talked about this at the last arc review, and when it comes down to just all of them, it really just going through what they need to go through, and also seeing Luffy, like especially the whole impelled down thing, like just seeing him relax and just having fun is something that is so fulfilling. Like, because sometimes life feels like that. Life feels like you're an impel down and you're in the freaking marine ford. Like, life just like gets heavy and heavy, and there's a time where you just wish that everything just would like lift up and levitate, and just you would relax and just be on the ground and just like not have things blowing up everywhere. But of course, it's sort of a little bit here and that, because a little bit of like, and I'm basically talking about my anxiety with One Piece, of how there's just like so much going on. There's parts of me like, it's over, someone's gonna die. But no, no one did. Okay, all of them are here in One Piece, and basically it's just all of them coming together back in Sabaody, because what Luffy did, which was clever, is that crossing from his arm of the 2 days, and then just putting like 2 years, or 3 days, and then putting 2 years. I think that's what it is. And I like how he puts that in a pretty smart way of actually putting it around the news in the press, when he went to Marineford, back to Marineford, to actually get a fulfillment, or just saying his regards to Whitebeard. Like that was kind of clever. But other than that, we're about to get into this, and yeah, all of them are back in the ship, and pretty much I like how freaking Sanji and, I don't know if it's Sanji or ZORO, actually brought up like, oh, you're number 7, oh, you're number 8, and stuff like that. Like, seeing these two fight again once again was something that, of course, it just had to happen. That's what it is. Now, getting to each character is, I'm gonna try to do that. Okay. Of course, Frankie comes back, and seeing the ship coated with bubbles, and I guess that's what you mean by coating. I'm like, I thought it was a different paint that they're gonna have. No, it's the coating, which Rayleigh did, and yeah, the whole freaking bubbles covered in bubble coating, because they're in Sabaody, the land of the bubbles. And also we got to see and hear what this is the one thing I'm excited for when talking about this specific, like, not arc, but this specific timeline of especially as we see Bartholomew and, or Kuma. I mean, seeing Kuma, Bartholomew, I don't know how you may call it, okay? But Bartholomew, seeing their almost broken everything. And I think I saw this later on, okay? I guess I'm spoiling that. I'm spoiling for the song, because here's the thing. I'm recording this as I'm ready, because One Piece itself, I'm already in a habit of seeing like 4 episodes every sitting. Like, it's just like 4 episodes every sitting. Next hour, 4 episodes of another sitting. And it's just like, I basically went to the part where when Frankie was sharing to the crew about how Bartholomew was working for them. And I was right. I literally, like, predict that or somewhat guess that when talking about Bartholomew, especially when actually doing my reviews of Sabaody when they first went to Sabaody, which was like 2 years ago within that timeline. And I talk about, like, Bartholomew is helping them, even though it looks like he's destroying the whole crew, like ripping them apart, but actually is helping them. Even speaking to Rayleigh, like, it definitely all makes sense, and I was right. I knew it. See me? Come on, baby. But yeah, pretty much, yep. Frankie almost like went through, like, did a headshot on Kuma, even though it wouldn't be too hard to lay on Bartholomew when he's damaged. But he did his job and just got out of there. And of course he's robotic in itself. And also there is a sense, like, especially what Frankie said, like, yep, there's a time where we might have to fight him again. And I'm not ready for that. I just, like, Bartholomew even said to himself, well, said it himself, that he's part of the revolution, which is basically Monkey D. Dragon being, Monkey D. Luffy's dad. And it wouldn't make sense to actually ever hurt, at all. But I don't know, like, is he part of the revolution, or still part of the Marines, still part of the Navy? I don't know. Like, is he still a warlord, or is he still, like, which side do you want to choose, Bartholomew? I'm curious of that, okay, aspect. We gotta get a character development of Kuma. But other than that, moving on. Frankie went there, and of course Sanji came in as he, of course, in Sanji fashion, looks around, sees a girl, and boom, freaks out, nosebleed, everything. And it really has developed something that is quite scary, especially seeing the introduction. I know I'm really tipping my toes a little bit on the side here of Fishman Island. I don't mean to, but I'm talking about the really beginnings, the early beginnings, if you can call it that. Okay, I don't even know what's the beginning anymore. I don't know where to stop or what line to cross. I don't know. But what I'm worried about especially for Chopper, worrying about this as well, as we see, especially for anyone else seeing, like the whole typical anime style of nosebleeds and stuff like that. Is it really gonna mentally affect Sanji? Like, is it gonna affect his health in a sense? Like, if there was like just like 100 beautiful girls just out of the whim. Okay, usually any normal person. Okay, well, in animations and cartoons, of course, it's like normal to actually, like, freak out to see that. I don't know about me. Usually I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I'm seeing all these beautiful girls. Like, I don't know. Like, what's the point? They don't even know me. I don't even, like, I just see it, and I, pretty much like, oh, there's a festival going on. Is this Mardi Gras? But, like, seeing Sanji, and, like, it would kill him. It would literally kill him. It definitely, for sure, like, that's something I don't want to happen. But from what I've seen for Sanji, he is not mentally ready, especially getting out from an island filled with dudes. Like, and mind you this, dudes of the community. I call it the community because, I'm part of the LGBT community. I feel like I would dig it with the island. But I understand when Sanji went through hell in there. Because as a straight man going into that island, yeah, I can understand that. Going to Eve's, territory, I forget what it's called, the Kababaka Kingdom or whatever. But, yeah, just seeing no women, just basically, like, I feel like that didn't really go well for him, as he was trying to fight for his life and trying to avoid any dude going into bed with Sanji. I'm trying to understand, like, here's the thing. I really do want to see the backstory of most of these characters. We see a little bit from Brook. We see a little bit from ZORO with PERONA, but it seems like I really do want to see more aspects, especially see more of what Luffy been through when he was training in the island that he trained with Rayleigh. Like, I want to see that aspect. Even though we saw a little bit of it, I just want to know more, because the 2 years feel like 2 seconds. It feels too soon. Like, can we just get an in-depth of what really happened? Would that build the world itself? It's up to Oda's decision of actually going there. But understandably, time, crunch and all that. But for Sanji's part, yeah. Like, I just, worry. Of course he was gonna, bleed to death when seeing Nami and seeing Robin, how much he missed them, just to see them. That's all he wants, but man, it is killing him. And it's also freaking a lot of girls out, like his reaction, stuff like that. It just seems like, for anything else, he would die to actually see and the most beautiful girl out there if he ever sees one. Because a lot of times when it comes to beauty and seeing the most quote unquote most beautiful quote unquote, like it just seems like that's debatable to anyone. But I feel like for Sanji, like definitely like seeing like like Boa Hancock and but seeing him just fall into stone automatically. Seeing Perona, seeing like the one that took care of Zoro, like and just like completely going like creep mode. Like I'm just like, man, is there ever a point where he can just stop? Like I don't get it. Like I don't. But hey, it is what it is. It's a trope, and that's Sanji for you. But also we get to see Zoro, and Zoro's back, and I try to understand like I don't remember him having that thing on his eye. What happened to his eye, his left eye? Like, what kind of battle did he went through with freaking Rehawk? Like, was it something that serious or something that is very permanent? At this point, just rocking like an eye patch. Why not? Hello, it's a freaking pirates anime. It should make sense, but I guess that's too good. Oh, that's not to say that would be like too stereotypical itself, even though it is, but still, come on, rock an eye patch, Zoro. Like, have a chance. And goes around, of course, making fights with with Sanji once again, or at least both of them fighting. That moment when they actually both like, oh, I could take you down, I could take you down, and stuff like that. Like, it's definitely within their character. And like I gotta be honest, Zoro, Perona, like those two, I would ship them. People have their opinions. I seen it. I see a glimpse of it within the One Piece community about shipping, and even though a lot of them are not into shipping because it's a shonen and it's basically in demographics of people that are not really into that kind of its genre. But as a person that is heavily into romance, come on, Perona and Zoro is definitely the thing that should happen. I'm just picturing two of them. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, two of them having kids. Boom. Okay. I really wish when Zoro left Perona, when Perona helped him, or Perona, like I call her Perona, the pink hair, the ghost princess. The ghost princess, like at least say thank you. At least say thank you to Perona. Say thank you you know, for having her take care of you or look after you in a sense, even though like it basically ignored her, and she's a kind person, and I wouldn't believe that she would like let him out to die at all, like especially what happened within the Monkey Island. But like at the same time, is there ever a moment where Zoro actually cared? Like that's why I want to see the backstory. I want to see a moment where he cared about Perona, like just once, just like, yeah, thank you. Just simple like that. Like, I just really want to, I wish I can see those moments. And we see as well as, of course, in the man himself, Usopp, getting buff. Like, he was fat, like fat when he on that island, especially seeing the guy that actually took care of him, the knight. I forget what his name is. He would use each like certain verbs and words of like Augustine or Apostine or oh we gotta goistine. It's time to eat dinneristine. That kind of thing. And I really enjoy that, man. I feel bad for getting his name, but it was cool to actually see two of them sort of develop that kind of relationship until now. I feel like there's like a certain part of me where I wish there were certain goodbyes. Did Frankie said goodbye to the old man and its grandson when they watch over him or something, or maybe not, maybe he was still stuck in the lab, I believe. Okay, I think that's what I remember, and I guess he was just on his own. But at the same time, at least say thank you for the pop, for the soda, for the cola, I mean. And also got to see as well as I gotta bring this up, Brooke is something else. Brooke definitely taps in within who I am if I was ever like, famous hungry, okay? I mean, if I was, I probably wouldn't be making One Piece reviews. I probably would decorate it in a ways where it's like, oh my gosh, top 10 things, and that stuff. But if I was ever famous hungry, it would be like that dream that I had that Brooke is living in. Because Brooke is now, of course, he was going to be a pop star somehow, famous singer in some cases, but for seeing in this direction of him being, having that many fans, being the Soul King, And also, like, I don't know what development or relationship he has with the owner, or maybe somewhat owner, until they, he definitely got out of there, because the owner or whatever, these three guys was gonna, there definitely was, they were gonna backstab Brooke. But Brooke made it out of there, even though like the Navy came in for his last show and stuff, made it out there. And also, like, he knew that the crew was coming back. He had to join, giving up all that fame just to be with the crew. The thing is that when it comes down to those decisions, where Brooke's true lies cross. Decisions come in, especially, like, that's why I feel like Brooke has always been that, that angel within the crew itself, even though he's definitely far from that. Okay, he's a Green Reaper, that's for sure. He looks like, from the looks of it, fits into, like, just put like a like a black hoodie on him, and boom, the Green Reaper is here. But other than that, being the Grim Reaper of the crew, it's just that I just see so much likeness and so much heart from what Brooke has been through, and I am so excited to see him with Laboon. I want to see that happen. Did he forgot about him? Maybe not, but it's probably, maybe he did, like, remember who Laboon is. Because other than that, like, that's probably the reason why he's joining with the crew, just to see him. Or maybe it's more than that, knowing that he really wants to see his friends. But of course, gotta make a little, has a, a little splurge a little bit for just like all the gifts he's given for like the fame and all that. Like, that's pretty cool. But man, just giving all that, are we gonna see moments of like, oh my goodness, like, the crew goes into some palace, some kingdom, and they see Brooke, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're the Soul King. I'm a huge fan for you. I'll definitely grant your crew the key to the house." Stuff like that. Stuff like that. That's definitely gonna happen. And we see Robin. Robin is at it. Okay, I gotta go to the ladies. I'm sorry. Why the ladies are last? I feel bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I should never do that. But yeah, the ladies. Seeing Robin back, and pretty much I'm trying to question, like, what's up with the wardrobe itself for these ladies. What is up with that? Okay, why does Nami, like, I understand, dress how you want to dress, but we gotta understand a couple of things here. This is a man writing this story. The man that actually, and that's not a bad thing. Oda is a legend, but the thing is that he literally, like, put the directions of dressing up. Like, was he responsible for dressing up this? He has to, because this is his show, his creation, his baby. And, I guess, it's dressing up to, like, with a bikini and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess why are we going here? What's up with that? Why is Nami not wearing a shirt? I'm just saying. Look, I know I sound like the word works of Water 7. Oh, indecent young lady, you gotta wear work. What are you wearing? That kind of guy. And yes, I'm sorry for sounding like that. Okay, I don't mean to sound like a Christian dad here, but I'm serious. Like, what can you couldn't just wear a shirt? You couldn't just wear like a vest. That could have been dope with the goes with the bra. Just, just wings out. Just do you, just wings out. I see you, Nami. Like, come on, just a shirt or something, and like, or at least something that, that Robin's rocking. At least, I don't know. How hot is it in freaking Sabaody to actually wear all this? Basically all of them are barely like shirtless. Like, I mean, we're barely are wearing a shirt at all, and I guess that's the style that they're going for. It's a summer look, I guess. I don't know. I could be wrong here and there, but I guess, it would fit well if, like, maybe if they were in a hotter area, like in the lavas or something. I almost, almost went down into this shit, man. Okay. But you know what I mean. Like, the clothing wardrobe is questionable itself. Even for Usopp, I can't understand what's under, like for Usopp and, as well as Luffy. What is those furs? Those white furs? Like, is it hot? Are those gonna steam up? I'm just asking, okay? What is that gonna develop? Those furs, okay? Especially the overalls. Like, I don't know about that, okay? I just feel like, for me, if I was ever out there in an adventure and fighting, I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a shirt. I ain't showing my bust, okay? I ain't showing that, okay? Okay. But you know me. Maybe not. But yeah, it just seems like, the wardrobe is, it's summer suiting. Okay, I would say that. That's a new like terms of words. I said summer suiting. Yeah, Robin itself is back and pretty much trying not to get captured by these. I guess Cypher Pool is still after her in a sense, but I don't know if that's going to be a return. Will Cypher Pool would return? I'm kind of curious. I made this fan fiction in my head, and I guess I'll just put it out there because, well, it's not a fan fiction. It's basically an hypothetical idea of mine. I would think that, remember Spondum of that whole arc of Water 7. I was really imagining, what if Spondum had like a daughter, and that daughter is coming out to get Robin. I'm just picturing those things, okay? I'm just picturing it right now. Tries to be friends with Robin, and then boom, catches her. Like, it's just an idea. I know it didn't happen, but still, okay, it's an idea. What's up, Oda? You can have it. It's for free. It's for you. But yeah, pretty much Robin seems to be back. I forget what the other things to talk about. I like how we also, like, this is another thing aspect of this whole, I wouldn't say arc. I don't know what to call it. The return of Sabaody. This intro, okay, of the saga. But the imposters. What is up with the imposters? I'm like, oh boy, it's going some places. We see Robin. I thought it was a man that is, dressed as Robin. I'm like, what is that? And we see like an Afro looking like Sanji. We see a fat Zoro. We see, we see the Mask Man, the Sniper King, but fat. And of course, fat Luffy, which is this grummy person that also has a bounty, but is end up being weak and just like a terrible person. Like, just going out on whim just to find whoever and just basically impersonizing or just disguising himself as, or his crew as the Straw Hat crew, and just like, having them portrayed as that crew itself for the benefits of the riches and anything else. Even though they, I guarantee you the imposter Luffy is dumb enough to know that that comes with the consequences of the freaking Navy trying to find you, okay? Like, come on, you got to know those things before you sign up to this. But it's crazy how they made it this far. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but yeah. And pretty much we saw Nami, and that was kind of like the first thing, okay? We saw the crew, the imposter crew, pretty much catcalling Nami, and Nami just comes in like, ignoring them, not afraid in any sense, and that's what I like about Nami, okay? One thing I do like about her is just how angry she gets. Like, that's something that I find funny as well. Her, like, as what she's known for, but also how, like, very smart, and also how very distant, especially like how much she still loves shopping, okay? And those scenes of like trying to buy stuff before leaving Sabaody with the crew. And also Chopper's back. Chopper's back as well, seeing adorable Chopper. And poor Chopper actually witnessing trouble once again, tricking him, seeing that the imposter Robin got robbed or got kidnapped. And then you see the imposter crew not caring about him because why would they? And then you see like Chopper being like, what are you doing? Like, just having all these memories back in like what happened in Water 7, what happened in Annie's lobby. It's like I can imagine the amounts of pain that little Chopper is going through. Like, poor Chopper, okay? But other than that, we get into Luffy. And Luffy pretty much comes back. I like that adorable disguise he wears with the mustache. He looks so tiny with that. And then his new power being Haki. Now, this power itself that is from Rayleigh that taught him in the island is pretty well done and how it's well used. And I like how it really overfaces because a lot of times when I'm looking at this certain power, or at least Haki in general, I'm thinking to myself, like, they really need this before they went to Sabaody. Like, this could have been, the actual power to have before they went there. Like, it's just like, and especially for knowing that all your crew would be dead if you didn't have it. And it feels like all of them really develop, especially for Usopp's power, the Zoro's abilities, of course, and just the amount of stuff that, the rest of the crew has developed. They definitely got powerful. They definitely gotten stronger, and I really do enjoy that. And I'm not sure, like, maybe Chopper also has developed his health skills, especially the medicines in the island that he was in. Like, it really, in some cases developed, and also makes new friends, especially the amount of friends that helped him You see Perona and also in helping the crew escape. You see uh the bird, like the bird from Chopper's trip at the island, basically helping the crew as well. And you see how many of the nature of the benefits really just sort of like helped him escape in a sense, especially Boa Hancock. A typical fashion way of saving and also simping for Luffy, by actually blocking the way of the Marines trying to get them. And the Marines just being so nice to Boa Hancock. I just love that. I just wish there was a moment like where Luffy is going to consider like really marrying Hancock. If there's one thing I really want to see within One Piece in the future, if no one spoils it, is that the relationship, what relationships we'll have. Also for Sanji, I can't see any girl really getting with Sanji, okay? But what about for like Robin, for Usopp? What happened to that girl that, man, for a long time ago? Frankie as well. I can only imagine that, even though he's a machine. And Zoro with Perona, that has to be a thing. Come on. And what about Nami? I don't know. That's what I'm just really thinking about, okay? But other than that, yeah, they basically went to a coating, all in the ship. Pretty much that coating inflated to a bubble, and they just went under the sea to Shipman's Island. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Listen, this is the best I can really review. It's not really the best in general. I do notice that I'm slipping up here and there. Well, what do you expect? Okay, I'm just here talking freely about what's going on within the review. Don't rely on my review of the sources of like the knowledge of One Piece, because I don't. What you want me to know? Honestly. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. See you when I see ya. And yeah, I'm excited for all the new adventures that they have to overcome. I'm out. One love and a peace.